Welcome to another train wreck episode of the Sports Dorks. Here's Bruce, Edson, and Keith for this week's news, notes, and bad takes.
You know what I realized?
Still got that unlimited thing.
I put it back in, but I realized as I was watching this that I hit go live and walked away. I didn't click it.
Oh, it just went live like 30 seconds ago.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
Oopsie doopsie.
I guess we'll just go right to it.
Good thing I saw that, though. We would have done the whole
We would have done the whole thing without anything.
Exactly.
I hope that I'd be smart enough to see that whole live thing and not see the live thing and say something, but who knows?
I clicked go live and ran to go get coffee.
But it didn't click.
It didn't click. And then good thing I saw it. So
oh my gosh.
I'm not going to start it over again.
Can you imagine just talking to each other for I mean, it's not like we don't, but it's exactly. Like, and then have to like redo the whole thing over.
So yeah, like like most of America, we're going to be under siege tomorrow.
Yeah. I couldn't believe how fast that went. I was like, there was no notice of that for a couple of days, and all of a sudden, oh, you're getting a foot and a half.
Well, yeah, I'm supposed to go to Chicago Monday for a job.
Ooh.
And it's funny because when I was first putting the trip together, it was like, up to an inch, and then 1 to 3 inches, and then next thing you know, it's like the whole state's going to be shut down. I'm like, yeah, my flight's at 5 p.m. on Monday, so
okay,
I might be all right. I'll probably get delayed. I'll probably end up having to go in Tuesday morning, but it is what it is. You and I remember when hurricane hit here in the 80s, and you and I thinking, "Oh wow, hurricane! Who cares about that?"
I'm not letting that stop me.
We got in your car, we drove around this bridge,
around town. It was
like, holy crap!
I keep turning around, finding some alternate way around.
Trees falling,
trees
down.
all over.
What were we doing?
I can't believe it.
Then I remember we went back to your house and like we were copying videotapes for each other. Yeah, we had VCRs stacked up and
yeah, I remember. That is quite amazing that the power was still there though.
Yeah, we never lost power. Isn't that weird? Yeah,
it's like wow. Now that I'm thinking about it,
I hope we don't lose power here tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, I went out this morning already and it was like 5 degrees out.
Yeah. That's the bad thing about it. You're going to get a lot of snow, and it's not going to disappear for quite a while because the temperature is going to be so low for the next couple of weeks. It's going to stick around.
Yeah, and if the power goes out and you've got no heat, it's going to be it's going to be bad. So hopefully it's not, but it's supposed to be a wet, heavy snow.
Yeah.
I just remember, 2013. I remember we had like 30 inches of snow.
I remember,
and nothing happened here. It took forever to tunnel out, but I didn't lose power or anything. So
getting out there, tunneling that out. Oh my gosh.
So for anyone from Texas to Maine who's in the path of this thing, please be safe, lock it down.
And that's the other thing, like how the huge part of the country that this is going to affect, like it basically covers almost everything in the country, not just Northeast or
and we're used to this kind of stuff. We're equipped to deal with it. And even though we've had a lot of mild winters in the last decade, it's down south. It's the Texas, the Oklahomas, the Tennessees, Virginia, Carolinas. They're going to get creamed, and they're going to get a lot of ice. So they're probably going to lose power. We're just going to get so, but knock on Formica that everybody pulls through this.
Yeah, I'll have to make out my schedule after this of how many times I go out. Like every 3 or 4 inches, I'll go out.
That's what
I don't want to wait till the end.
Well, I can't. My snowblower is so old; it doesn't grow as well as it used to, and it clogs easy.
Yeah,
let that pile up past 5 inches. I'm screwed. Then I'll be doing it with a shovel, and that'll take all day. So but for those of you who are married and the wife doesn't want you sitting around watching football all day, now you got an excuse.
Now you really got it. I hope I can still pretty watch most of the game while I'm doing that.
And Bruce is not with us today because of his knee. He hurt his knee. So Bruce, Hope you're feeling better. I don't know. Chop must be upset about the Bears, so Chop's not here. And it's just me and you. So let's have some fun. Last week, Bruce went 1-3 by our calculations. He said 0-4, but he did take the Bears with the points. So
yeah.
He did, because I remember him saying because he didn't want to admit.
He didn't want to admit it. Yeah.
Right. So Bruce is at 3-7. You're in second, 4-6. You also went 1-3 last week. Yep. And I also went 1-3 last week. We all won with the Bears. We lost everything else.
No. Actually, I lost with the Bears.
Oh.
See, I would have been 2-2 if that play never happened. But I actually won with Denver.
Oh, okay.
Even though it wasn't like the way I wanted to get there, the way that ended, but
wow.
I won
I'm in first place at 5-5.
Yeah.
This is the battle of mediocrity right here. Last week hurt. 4-2 the first week, 1-3 the second. And now there's only 2 games, and there's 3 left. Really,
but
unless we pick the Pro Bowl.
Oh, that stopped being a real game to me a long time ago.
Yeah. So, since we don't really recap the week before because everyone has already done it, we don't really do that. But I think we need to talk about one game in particular because it cost both teams in the long run, and that would be Bills in Denver.
Both teams for sure. Yeah.
So first, I want to ask you: was that an interception or was that a catch?
I'm having a really hard time like deciding what that is because I was been brought up to my attention by the strict rules of a catch that wasn't a catch because you have to like get to the ground and still have full possession of it.
Correct.
And it wasn't, and it's like, well, the ball didn't hit the ground, so I wasn't in completion, and it's like, so I know it's very controversial, but it's like I keep going hem and hawing between the interception and a catch back and forth.
I say it's a catch. And I say it's a catch based on a couple of things. One, the tie always goes to the runner, right? So
that's true.
When there's a battle for possession of the ball, they always give it to the offense, right? When it's a tie goes to the offensive player. The other thing is earlier in the season, you might remember this, the Steelers were playing the Ravens.
I remember that one.
Yeah. Steelers threw a ball and it got batted up in the air and he caught it. And he was trying to get possession of it as he was going down. And I think it was Marlon Humphrey pulled it away from him. And
okay. That was a different
on the field. But then when they reviewed it, they said, his knee hit the ground and he was still holding the ball. Tie goes to the runner. It's a catch. So the Steelers retained possession. Now, in that case, I was screaming, that's a pick. Like he was bobbling it all the way down. To me, Cooks had the ball. He was on his butt with the ball on his chest, then rolls over. And
that is down, but
down by contact. How did they roll over twice? And then the guy gets up with the ball. Like
they keep bringing up that the play is still going on as you're moving, but yeah, if you're judging whether something's a fumble or not, the minute the player hits the ground, it automatically stops being a fumble. So
correct. And then to me, again, then it got worse because then on the ensuing possession, Denver's gifted 53 yards in pass interference penalties. And that was just crazy because earlier in the game, and I think it was Cooks again, wasn't it, in the end zone?
Yeah.
They had his arm held back and they didn't
call
throw a flag or anything.
Which is like the worst because if anything, you call that one at that moment. It's like I think that last play that got him down to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, that
could technically be called pass interference, or it could not. Like if you did a regular season game, there's a good chance they would go 50. Sometimes they would call it, sometimes they wouldn't call it. But you certainly don't call something that's a judgment call at that point. Like you don't make it decide the game. That's ridiculous.
That's what bothered me is that these referees who pretty much had their pockets in whistle in their pockets for most of the game.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, exactly. You want them to play. You want the players to decide this. This is the playoffs. And then all of a sudden, on one drive in overtime, there were probably, I didn't count, but there was probably just as many flags on that one drive as there were the entire game against the Bills. So I don't know. It just seemed a little. It's rank when the officials decide a game like that.
Yeah,
it just has a rank vibe to it. But the game had two consequences as a result of this. One is that Bo Nix fractured his ankle on the second to last play of the game. Now, I have another question for you, Edson. If you know you're just going to kick and end this thing, why are you rolling him out on the previous?
That's a great question. Unless he just somehow was able to keep it from everybody. But
wouldn't you think if you're going to play for the kick, you're playing for the kick. Peyton's like, we're just going to play it safe. We're going to kick and get out of here. Wouldn't you just hand it off to Harvey or something, try to center the ball?
Oh, for sure. Oh, you're talking about roll. First, when you said roll it out, meaning getting him out there, but you mean the actual play where he rolled. That was bad. Yeah. Like you call the play.
That's what I'm saying.
Quarterback runs the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
Why would you do that,
knowing that you're going to kick it anyway?
That is ridiculous. Like you're risking.
Yeah.
Like I put that clearly on him for doing that.
And he risked it and he lost because now his quarterback's gone.
Because that was the play that got him injured.
Right.
Why would you call the quarterback?
Knowing that you're going to kick a field goal on the very next play, wouldn't you just try to center the ball, hand it to a running back, you get what you get, kick it? Why would you roll him out like that?
I don't know. That was bad. I mean, obviously,
that kid's up his nails too because
nobody.
I thought it was no one knew. Texted. He said Bo Nix broke his ankle. He's gone. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was doing an interview a second ago.
Yeah. He was like,
he was standing there doing an on-field interview. He didn't look like he was in pain. So that's awful. And then the other problem, the other consequence of this game was, why won't this go? Hang on. Oh, there we go. The Bills fired Sean McDermott as a consequence of this. So fair or unfair with McDermott? What do you think of that?
Unfair, because you're literally picking, you're literally just putting it all on this one game, which I get it. The defense gave up a lot of points, but they were right there. Like a head coach cannot determine what the refs are going to do. If you look at his body of work, prior to him arriving there, they had, I don't think they've ever reached the playoff. Maybe they reached the playoffs once or twice in the previous 10 years. And now they've reached playoffs almost every year since he's been there. You got to look at the body. You can't just like use an emotional response to something like this. I think they're going to regret it. I mean, maybe they'll get somebody good and they have, Josh Allen there and it'll be okay. But I think they're going to regret it. I totally disagree with this.
I'm with you. And did you know that in the 9 years Sean McDermott was with this team, he had the winningest record in the NFL?
Yeah. Oh, that's another one.
And the media, so the media loves to praise Mike Tomlin for the non-losing seasons, but then they pile on that this guy never won, underachieves, right? He had the best record in the NFL in the last 9 years, and he's brought the team to the championship game a couple times, divisional rounds a couple times. He's not getting them over that hump. He's not getting them to the Super Bowl, that destination. But that's not exactly his fault either. Not Billy Bean. His name is Bean. The general manager has given him crap, especially crap to work with. And then these owners are a disaster. I mean, they're finger pointing and I
think he did as much as he could with the talent that he had. And I know everybody always points to, you have Josh Allen, so why couldn't you get it? Well, there's more to it than just that. Josh Allen can't go out there and play defense.
No, his best receiver is Shakir, who's maybe three on a good team. And Cooks came in late. Cooks is definitely an improvement over what they had, but this Keon Coleman's a bust. Let's face it. And they brought back what's his face, Gabe Davis, who ended up getting hurt anyway. He was ineffective anyway. They're a mess. They got James Cook, Josh Allen, and a bunch of parts that didn't really come together this year. Their defense is average at best.
Yep.
White is the best player in their secondary, and how old is he? 96 years old. Cut him in half and count the rings. So Yeah, and I'm with you. I mean, they're interviewing Phillip Rivers now and Mike McDaniel,
They
who
actually
already took a
couldn't
job
believe
with
it.
the Chargers,
Yeah.
and but there's a clause that if he gets a head coaching job, he can leave the
And
Chargers.
that's understandable. But why would you, as the Bills, hire him?
And I know Brian Dable's a candidate too, which would make sense with Josh Allen.
And it was so obvious that it was an emotional reaction to this game that got him fired, because the owner was compelled to give a conference just to explain his side of it or whatever. And it was ridiculous that what he said during that. He's like, "Oh, went to that locker room and I saw Josh Allen fall apart, and I'm like, I got to do something." I was like, "Great. So you just had probably the best player in the league this year, one of the best players in the league this year, have his last game, and he feels bad as it is, and you're going to make him put the firing of his coach on his shoulders, and you think that's going to get you in a better place?"
Yeah, that's what I mean. The
How's he going to recover from that?
What a disaster!
It was my fault that he got fired.
Yeah, what a disaster! That's where he went
like
to the locker room and saw all those guys crying. So, like, you got to get rid of. That's insane.
They're just going to feel worse about that.
Yeah,
not going to make them feel better.
Now it's a mess, and now Josh Allen's got to start over with a whole new. That's crazy. So yeah, good luck, Buffalo. I don't know about that.
Let's see what happens when they hire somebody, I guess. But
yeah, that's going to be interesting to watch. And a lot of this is on the GM. A lot of it.
Oh yeah. And I think deep down the owner is like, this was my one chance, because the Patriots are still at a point where there's just fledgling getting out, and I think we can still have them this year, but next year they're going to be even better. And I don't know if
no Kansas City, no Baltimore, no Cincinnati. So yeah, I don't know. The whole thing reeks of like a desperate, like a Hail Mary. Yeah. Like, you got to get rid of the coach, and someone's got to fall for this. And I don't know. And McDermott's going to hook up somewhere else. Maybe he ends up in Pittsburgh or something. I don't know. But
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's actually great for Pats fans.
Yeah.
It's gonna derail Buffalo for probably a few years at least.
Oh, I would think so. Yeah. Who knows? Josh might end up somewhere else because he can't win there. Robert Saleh got a coaching job, Edson.
Yep.
And this happened kind of quick and kind of quiet. Yeah, I mean, the Titans, you didn't hear about them talking to too many guys. Or at least I wasn't paying much attention.
I know. Usually you have like a list of, they put out a list of guys that.
Right. And the 49ers lost on Sunday. And the next thing you know, he's hired. When was this? Tuesday? Wednesday? That happened pretty quick. And it's an interesting hire to me. I didn't see him as a fit there, really.
Yeah, me neither. More like a defensive coach, and you really need somebody to keep developing. I already forgot his name, but first year quarterback.
Cam Ward. Yeah.
Cam Ward. I don't know how they're going to have to do really well on the offensive coordinator side if they're going to do something or keep improving.
You know what? To me, this looked like we screwed up with Vrabel. So what's the closest thing to Mike?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Let's get that
back.
That
does seem like that in that vein.
Let's fix the mistake we made. And you know, I mean, if you look at Robert Saleh, he's kind of carved from that same stone as Mike Vrabel. But you're right. I mean, they got to get a hell of a coordinator in there. Maybe Sean McDermott.
But I think I think McDermott's going to get another head coaching job. I don't think unless he wants to just step back and just do a coordinator. I think I was even thinking the Raiders might have already tried to.
The Raiders would be a good fit. Go and you draft Fernando and start over. Yeah,
draft the next Josh Allen.
Right. Right. Yeah, and we'll get to that too in a little while. Also, Jesse Minter got hired by the Baltimore Ravens. This kind of scares me because Jesse Minter's a hell of a defensive coordinator.
Yep, he is.
Yeah.
How come this is the first time? Is it by him that this is the first time he's getting an offer? Or maybe he's gotten offers from before and just
Well, he was on the list for Pittsburgh. I know that. I don't think they got to talk to him before he got hired.
Okay.
And I think the Browns might have wanted to talk to him too, but I think he removed himself from the. You notice there's a lot of people removing themselves from the Browns list of candidates. The Browns are in trouble trying to hire somebody. D'Amico Ryans, Robert Saleh in the same division. Yeah.
Well, the next 49ers DC.
Yeah, okay. Not the Jags. The
Jags, I think, are okay, but the Colts, you're right.
Shane Steichen, if he doesn't produce next year, if they don't make the playoffs, he might get whacked.
Yeah,
I think he's a great coach.
I think the Jags are going to be okay for a while, coach-wise, but
Liam Cohen's got them humming right now. But so I think this is one of these young, up-and-coming, bright minds in the NFL, Jesse Minter, and look out, because the Ravens want to establish that defensive dominance again, and this is the kind of guy who can do that.
This is who best for that.
What'll be interesting to see again with the Robert Saleh, who are they going to bring in to run that offense and work with Lamar? Because Lamar definitely took a step back this year. No doubt about it. Almost looked disinterested to me.
And he's going to continue to be a heavy influence if the rumors are true, and he had a kind of a set quote unquote say in getting rid of Harbaugh. Well, you better get somebody that he likes.
Yeah. Well, there is definitely, and I think with Harbaugh there was a schism where
I know.
I think that whole thing that leaked into the media late in the year about Lamar playing video games all night and skipping meetings and falling asleep and all this stuff, I think John Harbaugh leaked that to the press. Yeah. I think he was at wit's end. He couldn't deal with him anymore. He leaked it to the press, and he put it on ownership's shoulders to pick. You pick me or you pick him. One of us has to go. And they always choose the player.
Yeah,
They're
always going to win
over the coach. Always.
Yeah.
So see Buffalo. So Anyway, so these are the coaching openings still. The ones that have been filled: Ravens Minter, Giants Harbaugh, Falcons Stefanski, which I think, by the way, is a really nice fit.
That's a really great.
Yeah. With that offense, all that talent, boy. Jeff Hafley with Miami. What do you think of that?
I mean, I like him for the defense, and I've always been criticizing the defense over the last, 5 or 6 years. But I don't know what they're going to do with the quarterback situation. That's a complete mess, and it's like you have a defensive coach. So once again, you need to figure out who to get for offensive coordinator, or somebody on the offensive kind of mindset to figure that out, because it's a mess right now.
Interestingly, your defensive coordinator Weaver interviewed with the Steelers and was really very impressive, according to them.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll see. And Robert Saleh, the Titans. That leaves Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Arizona, and the Raiders still out there looking for a coach, which tells me those 5 teams, Browns excluded, because I don't think people keep taking their names off the list. The Browns might be just having trouble, period. But the other 4, it tells me they're waiting for teams that are still playing.
And especially are they brothers, the offensive and defensive coordinator of the Seahawks? Those are like hot commodities.
The Kubiaks.
Yeah.
And also the Rams coaches.
That's true.
Nate Steelhaas and Chris Shula are.
I think that's true.
I think those guys are earmarked for Pittsburgh, but we'll see.
The Denver defensive coordinator, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, that'll work out great.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wound up there. Actually,
I could see him in Dallas. They love head cases. So does Pittsburgh. I don't know. Pittsburgh cleaned house. Everybody's gone. All their coaches are gone. So yeah. Danny Smith got a job in Tampa, their special teams coach. Artie Smith's been interviewing all over the place.
Do you think the Steelers are waiting for somebody from these last 4 then?
Yeah, I think I think Chris Shula and Nate Steelhaas are earmarked for Pittsburgh. I think they want to bring in Shula as the head coach and Steelhaas as the OC.
Wow. Okay.
I hope that's what I want personally. So that's why I think that's what's going to happen.
But if the Rams win, they're still going to have to wait. Well, no, they could probably interview them like in between.
They can interview between
Super Bowl weeks. Okay.
Yeah. I think that dead week they might be able to. But the fact that these teams, and I think the Cardinals are having trouble finding somebody too, which is weird because their quarterback situation is not great, but you can go a year with Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, you could definitely do that.
Draft somebody because they got what are their top 5 pick this year? Get somebody.
Yeah, you could develop somebody for a year while Jacoby Brissett's there.
Right. Yeah, they played a lot of tight games this year. They I don't know. The Browns is the only team I would not want that job. That's gonna be some young guy who just desperately needs work.
They made such a mistake trying to not trying to keep him. Maybe Stefanski would have left anyways, but it's like you had somebody there that was actually competent, and now you're going to have such a hard time trying to attract somebody.
They messed up when they brought in Deshaun Watson and got rid of Baker.
Right. But
I got to find that tweet. I sent it to you, right? Baker Mayfield said.
Oh, yes.
I gotta find that. That was awesome. Let me see. Baker Mayfield.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Yeah, here it is. Wow, it's the last thing he tweeted. Let me put it up real quick here. So Stefanski made a comment. Or this guy, Orlando Ledbetter, said Kevin Stefanski had a dumpster fire at quarterback in Cleveland. Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson failed, which started a chain reaction to 11 other starters. Quarterback Shedeur Sanders closed out last season with 7 starts. And Mayfield replies, failed is quite a reach, pal. Still waiting on a text or call from him after I got shipped off like a piece of garbage. Can't wait to see you twice a year, coach.
I put right now, until you know more, I don't say anything about Stefanski because this guy is like speaking for him. So I blame whoever wrote that, whoever that
well,
is.
Yeah, but like Baker is claiming that he just like got shipped off like unceremoniously,
and that's fine. Yeah.
Never got a call or apology or anything for how it went down from Stefanski.
But I don't know if that was from Stefanski is my thing, or I don't know.
No, but Baker's claiming that like he expected more out of Stefanski at the time when he was let go.
Okay, I understand, but it might have been out of his hands.
Oh, I'm sure.
For all we know,
it was out of his hands.
No, the main person he should blame is somebody else.
But, it's Jimmy Haslam.
But it would have been nice to get a call from him and say, "Look, I didn't want this, but that's the politics of the game." So
exactly. Yeah, no Mike McCarthy.
That's not going to happen.
No Mike McCarthy. No.
Well, it's not going to happen anyways because Rodgers was only there for Tom.
Well, they interviewed Mike McCarthy, and
yeah,
to me that was all clickbait. Like, oh, he's a front runner now. He's a Pittsburgh guy, and he'll bring Aaron back. And like, why would you do that? It's just that'll be another year of Mike Tomlin. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't really see him there as
no
Steelers.
I think somebody said that it was kind of he goes back with Omar Khan to
the
Saints, the days that they were together on the Saints. Omar Khan, who's the GM of Pittsburgh, and somebody else. The 3 of them were all together. Maybe it was I can't remember who the other person was. Anyway, they're thinking it was kind of a thing to help Mike McCarthy maybe get interviews somewhere else. Like, oh, the Steelers are interested in him. We should bring him in,
Okay, yeah. I don't see that at all. Like you said, I think the Steelers will want some up and coming person.
I want somebody young. Yeah. You don't want a guy
hot shot, coordinator maybe and
yeah.
Because they always hire to keep for a long time.
They hired Chuck Noll, he was 34. When they hired Bill Cowher, he was 34. And when they hired Mike Tomlin, he was 34.
Oh my gosh. That's too funny.
Yeah.
Look for any 34-year-old candidates.
Yeah, how about Phillip Rivers? There we go.
Is he 34?
Actually, he's 45.
He's older than 30.
45, isn't he?
Oh no, he's too old to be on the Steelers.
He's older than Sean McDermott. Like McDermott, 42, I think.
That will not happen.
No.
That'd be funny if they got McDermott.
I wouldn't mind that.
Because you said he's 42. That's still relatively young. He could be there at least 20 years.
You know who's 34 years old? Nate Steele.
Oh, okay.
And he's an offensive guy, not a defensive guy. Let's get to this week's games. All right. So we got the Patriots getting walked to the Super Bowl. Thanks to Bo Nix's ankle. Thanks
to the NFL and Bo
and Sean Payton for calling a rollout when he knew he was kicking anyway. Dumbass.
That was pretty bad.
You know, the thing, Sean Payton's he's a great coach, let's face it. But you know what's always bugged me about him? He's so damn arrogant.
Yes, he is.
And that cost him because he was like, Mr. Cocky, let's call it rollout and get my quarterback killed.
But I haven't seen a lot of criticism of him for that, but he should be.
No, neither have I. But it's stupid. It was just, come on. If you know you're kicking, run the ball with a running back and kick the ball. Or kick it. Remember, I texted you guys, said they're going to kick on third down.
Yeah, yep.
They didn't. I thought, I'm like, most teams do that in case there's a bad snap.
Yeah, there's a bad snap. You can still have a. So that was terrible.
Yeah, just awful. Yeah, I think
I feel the worst.
He's going to kick here on third down. This game's over, and then he didn't, and then Bo Nix got hurt. So, all right, well, it's on 3:00 Eastern time with Tony Romo and Jim Nance. Are you finding these two guys insufferable like I am?
What's Romo? Well, he's going to have to latch on to May because there's no other quarterback he can latch on to.
Well, did you hear him? Did you hear him last week? He called Josh Allen Patrick Mahomes by accident.
Well,
in the first quarter of the game,
I didn't, but completely not surprised that happened because that's his wish is for the top quarterbacks to always be there for him to like just.
It used to be like when Phil Simms was calling games and he's like, "Oh, Tom Brady, whoa, Tom Brady." He could be watching anybody else, and it's Tom Brady.
He got Romo doing this.
He threw that like Tom Brady. He stood in there like Tom Brady. This is going to be, I mean, Mile High Stadium, tough place to play.
Yep.
Let's check the weather. I think it's going to be kind of cold. I think it's going to be cold everywhere.
I mean, it's cold here.
It's cold everywhere.
And we're not even nowhere near Denver.
Oh man, it's well,
okay.
We have to go. That's today. Let's go to tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon.
Wow. Goes to a balmy 22 degrees.
A balmy 22.
Wow, they're getting like 40s next week. Damn.
Wow.
I don't think we're getting that.
No skiing in Denver. Yeah. So looks like they're going to get a coating 1 to 3.
Getting as a coating. Jeez, what the heck?
Starting at 1.
The world has turned upside down when Denver gets a coating and we get.
I thought I hit Sunday. I could have sworn I hit.
Okay.
Sunday. Click.
Yeah.
And then what does it go to today? Why is it going to today?
Wow.
That's his Saturday.
You're gonna get some. Yeah.
Come on, AccuWeather. This ain't accurate. The hell. All right, I guess we'll just leave it on this one. Daily, Sunday. God forbid I click Sunday. Well, it still says coating to an inch.
Okay.
At 1 o'clock. Dress warmly for the football game.
Yeah, thanks.
Winds at 10 miles an hour.
That's not even that bad.
But the real feel is 2 degrees. So 22 with a wind chill of 2.
That's still not even as bad as Chicago last week.
No, and come on, the Patriots know how to play in that.
Yeah, there's no.
You know what bugged me about that Patriots game? It was great. It was snowing. It looked beautiful. But the field, it wouldn't stick to the field. Like, did they coat that turf with like some kind of chemical? Because that was no fun.
They have a heating grid all lined up under the.
Probably. Like, it just come on, man. It was snowing the whole game, and it didn't even get a coating on the field. That sucked. Yeah, don't say that, Glenzer. Come on.
I don't think the Pats will get it. But
no, whoever the NFC, this NFC Championship game is the Super Bowl, and whoever goes from the NFC will kill either one of these teams. So Jared Stidham's getting the start. He hasn't thrown a pass since 2023 in the NFL. Sean Payton loves him and says he'll be ready, but he can't play worse than CJ Stroud did.
Well, that's a good point. And he did have the whole week. And Sean Payton is not going to just throw the playbook away because a lot of it will be similar to what he would have done with Bo Nix. And he's always, this whole year, he always kept it somewhat conservative, trying to let his defense keep them in the game. And then towards just picked his spots where Bo Nix would kind of like just lash out. But you might not be able to do that with Stidham. But I don't know. It won't be that big of a difference. In terms of the plays, it won't be that big of a difference. Obviously, Bo Nix is much higher than Stidham.
I don't think Stidham will cost them the game, but can he win them the game is going to be the question. And, the other thing I can see as a problem, too, is Drake May, he holds the ball a little long, and he fumbled 3 times last week. And I was stunned, at least on 2 of those fumbles, that the Houston defense stood there looking at the ball.
Just didn't want it.
They were too cold to dive on it or something.
Just so many that
there was one. Will Anderson tried to scoop it up, but he wouldn't even bend over. He's just kind of what are you doing? If they jump on those fumbles, Patriots lose. Yep. So if Denver can force a few turnovers, if Drake May fumbles the ball, gets reckless with the ball, anything can happen.
Yeah, he's had 6 fumbles, I think, in these 2 games. That's not good.
Yeah, right and there with Jay Stroud's 7 interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
The Texans got a problem, man. He's not good. He's not good.
And Drake Mays, obviously, he's got that touch that he can get the passes there. But what I've noticed also is that sometimes he'll be seeing the rush coming at him, the pass rush coming at him. And he knows he only but he'll still
he stands.
I don't know what it is, if he has to prove something or just overconfidence. He'll just stand there and when he doesn't have to layer the ball into I don't know, a group of defenders, just trying to maybe it's just confidence, and that's good, but I don't know.
No,
I think he risks too much.
And that's my point that's why he fumbled 3 times last week. And a lot of that's, he's a 2nd-year player, and he's confident he can get it done, but he's underestimating the other team's ability to get him. Now, Denver's pass rush is almost as good as Houston's, if not as good as Houston's. What's going to hurt the Broncos? J.K. Dobbins not coming back like they thought. So that hampers their running game quite a bit.
Yeah, which they really need.
They really do need that because on the other side of the ball, they're pretty much healthy. And I got to tell you, Drake May, he threw some balls last week, the one to Booty in the back of the end zone, the one that
was awesome.
Just an awesome throw, an awesome catch. That's indefensible. That guy was all over him.
Yeah.
So I forgot who was covering. Was it Lassiter or was it? I don't remember. Who was Stingley? I don't remember who was on him, but the guy was right on him, and he made a one-handed catch. There were a couple of beautiful throws like that in that game, and that to me might be the difference. Patriots beat them last time they played by a field goal. I'm kind of thinking the same thing's going to happen.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos really concentrated a lot this week on also special team. They're hoping a quirky special teams play will turn to make a difference, like a block punt or a kickoff return or something like that.
Yeah, but that's probably going to
only so much you can do, though.
Yeah, the line right now is Patriots are favored by 4.5.
Yep.
I kind of think Denver, home dog over a field goal. I'm inclined to lean toward Denver with the points.
I am too, even though maybe I shouldn't, because then maybe I want to try to catch up to you. but that was my initial thing, was to go with Denver with the points, thinking there's even a chance they might win, but if they don't, it'll be close.
Yeah. If Jared Stidham goes to the Super Bowl?
That's a story.
I mean, we've seen it before.
Nick Foles.
We've seen it. Jeff Hostetler. We've seen it before. But those guys played a good chunk of the season.
Yeah, I know.
This guy hasn't thrown a ball in
That would be quite a story.
That would be something else. If they find a way to get in there and carry him to the Super Bowl. I was talking to our friend George the other day, and George goes, wouldn't it be great if it ends up Seattle and Denver, and Seattle beats them even worse than they did last time?
Oh, right. Remember that? Holy crap. That would be a pretty bad Super Bowl. Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, either way, well, we'll see. But I think
also, I mean, the thing that I'm struggling with in terms of this game is first two games in the playoffs with this Patriots team, we pointed out that Drake May has not done ball security, and yet they still blew out games. So it's could this be happening? I know it was at home, and the other team did their part to contribute to this. But geez,
yeah,
so far they've been even with all the mistakes, they've been winning easily.
Yeah, they're able to overcome. Yeah, they're well coached.
Yeah.
Hufanga and Greenlaw were 49ers last year. I love Dre Greenlaw. He was my favorite. This next to Fred Warner.
That's a good point about that Super Bowl. I thought that. I didn't think the Chiefs would win that, but then you got those injuries, of course.
Oh, that sucked. Like you could see his calf. You could see the rupture right when he ran off the sideline. Yep. Yeah. No, I loved Greenlaw. He was he still is great hitter. He could hit. I love linebackers. If you hadn't noticed, I'm a big fan of linebackers. Just a great position. Run around and clobber people.
Yeah.
Right? All right. We got following that, if we still have power.
Jeez,
we'll
be right in the middle of the raging storm right there.
It's supposed to go from between 1:30 and 8 p.m. is supposed to be like 2 to 3 inches an hour. That's the sad part of the storm. And that's where we got to worry about the power. 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox with Tom Brady and Kevin Burkhardt. The 12-5 Rams against the 14-3 Seahawks. Round 3 in Seattle.
And it could be Tom Brady's last game as a no.
I don't think so. I was listening to Adam Shine yesterday, the day before, and I had to get out of the car because the next segment was they were going to talk to somebody who Tom went to get better this year and like really work on his broadcasting chops. And he's noticeably better. He really is. Anyway, boy, this is going to be something. I'm
actually surprised to see the numbers a little bit more favorable to the Rams, but maybe I'm just like using near-term memory over the last, towards the end of the season and last few games for Seattle, like thinking Seattle was so much better in terms of the numbers, but it's not true at all.
It's funny you say that because I heard something along the lines of the first 12 weeks, the Rams were allowing 16 points per game on defense. And then the last 6 weeks over 25, 28, somewhere in that range.
Their defense is down.
They've looked pretty beatable in the playoffs.
Yep.
I mean, that first game against Carolina, right?
Yep.
And you heard what Matt Stafford said when they got the ball back with like a minute something to go, right? And he said, "Let's go rip out their hearts," or whatever he said. But that game shouldn't have been that close. That was shocking.
No, should have never been
how
that close.
Sloppy they were. And would you mention the other game? That might be special teams.
Yep.
The Rams have a big problem with their special teams, so that could make a difference here.
And you saw Seattle score a kickoff return, the very first play of last week against San Francisco, and now you got the Rams with their special teams problems coming in. Wow, I really don't want it to be that way with this game, but it might happen.
And talk about a trade deadline like win for Seattle. Rashid Shaheed comes in, 3 touchdown returns for them in half a season. So that was huge, like getting him. And he's made a big difference with their offense too.
Yeah.
Not just with special teams. What's going to hurt Seattle is the wine mom's favorite wine, Chardonnay, won't be playing. He's out. And I think that hurts them.
Yeah,
he's kind of their third down, or their short yardage. Their first and goal on the 2. He's their touchdown guy when it gets close. So Walker's going to have a huge game for them. Yeah, that's true. The Rams have had 2 playoff games. The Seahawks have had 1 scrimmage.
That is a good point about the resting. Plus the Rams went into overtime on Sunday night where Seattle played Saturday.
And Sam Darnold, that was his first playoff win.
Yep.
So, he's going to have to duplicate that. He didn't have to do a whole lot.
No.
That game was pretty much decided after the very first play. I mean, the tone was set.
That was it.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that the penalty was on the return team, but no.
You were texting like,
I just assumed it because I saw a bunch of blocks in the back. There are probably blocks in the back all
the time. Yeah. I remember I wrote Bruce. I'm like, well, that was quick. And you wrote, nope, that's coming back. That's coming back.
I couldn't believe when they played that replay. What was that idiot doing? He's like, he's going to kill somebody that way or permanently disabled somebody with that trip type thing, tackle or whatever.
Yeah. Glenzer, you know what? Your team played awesome, like all year long.
I mean, it was eventually going to get to them. Yeah.
They overcome injuries. And then you get like Tongas, the backup to Kittle. He goes down. Like it just.
Yeah. I mean,
and it's every year with the 49ers. I think they need to look into their strength and conditioning staff because it's every single year with them that they're injury plagued like this. And it's too bad because they're a great team. All three of those teams, the 49ers, the Rams, and the Seahawks, are just amazing. Great teams. Yeah. The Seahawks defense just looks like they're peaking at the right time. Now, historically, defense wins you championships, but not in the last decade or so. It's been the offenses.
It has been the offenses.
So, boy, I don't know. This is tough. I don't know.
Yeah, I keep going back and forth again, struggling with this one. And that, like, I think coaching wise, the Rams should have the advantage. And like, if this is the third time, the Rams, the third time they're meeting, I think that the Rams, he's going to come up with something. But is that going to make a difference when the Seahawks are playing this well? Is it going to is a tactical game plan going to make that big of a difference when the Seahawks are playing this well? I don't know.
And it's tough to win up there in Seattle. Yeah. The weather is 45 degrees and sunny. A great afternoon for football because don't forget it's 3:30 in the afternoon there. So I thought this was the later game. It is the later game, but it's
right, the time difference. Yep.
Right.
For them, it would be 3 o'clock, 3:30.
Yep. So,
I mean, but I do keep remembering the last time these two played, Rams were up 30-14 in the fourth quarter. When a special teams play, started that whole comeback. Sam Darnold was not doing that well that game.
No,
he wasn't like throwing interceptions all over the place, but he wasn't doing that well until that just clicked on.
And he looked worse in the game before that.
Right. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Can they come up with a good?
Yeah, I know what you're going to say. They have to take the ball out of Sam's hands, basically.
Yep.
Make him a game manager. Don't turn it over, and hope your special teams, running game, defense can help you.
And can the Rams come up with a game plan that will finally turn into a pumpkin?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm inclined to think that McVay and Stafford and Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams and Kyrie and Williams, they all know how they're superior players.
Yep.
I think the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. I don't know. I mean, on my pool pick, I picked Seattle, but that was 4 weeks ago.
Ironically, on my pool pick, I picked the Rams, even though my whole AFC side got thrown out early. I still have the Rams up there, but yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Both defense and both lines look great.
Yeah, they do. They do. The current line is Seattle -2.5. Rams are getting 2.5. So, I mean, the last time they played, it was a 1-point game.
Yep.
I don't know. I keep going back and forth on this, and I have to make a decision like right now, and I don't know what to do about it.
I don't know. I don't know if experience goes into it or not, but I keep leaning towards the Rams with the points, even though that's not a lot of points. So there's still, if it comes down to like a 1-point game or two, they're still covering that, but who knows? I mean, this could easily. What if some weird play just turns it into like a snowball effect, and it could easily be like a blowout. But I keep leaning towards the Rams for some reason. Maybe because it's their last chance with this current team.
Maybe. And they got that young defensive line. They're so good.
I don't know.
Seattle's defensive line. I don't know. You know what though?
Let's hope it turns into a good game.
I'm leaning toward the Rams too, but I'm gonna be resolute, and I'm gonna stick to what I picked at the beginning of the playoffs. I'm gonna pick the Seahawks. I'll stay with the Seahawks minus the 2.5 at home. I think they win by 3. It's going to be Shaheed. He's going to make the difference.
Maybe a touchdown game, actually. So who knows?
Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow if we still have power.
We still have power. I don't know how I'm supposed to like tune into.
Do the driveway with 2 games back to back. I'm gonna have to miss portion of one of them. I'm gonna have to go out. Maybe like the Patriots.
Yeah, I will too.
Out, and I'll just go outside and get that.
Oh, okay. I know. I don't want to
watch the 49ers and go back outside. Yeah, it's gonna suck too because it's gonna be like minus 20 wind chill. So, here's a little tip for people watching who are have to deal with this. I figured something out a couple of years ago, and I tried it, and it works. You put on your ski gloves or whatever, you freeze anyway, right? Your fingers go.
Sure.
One time I had those latex gloves on, like the doctor gloves. I was doing something where I had to like touch rat poison or something, and my hands they were super sweaty when I took them off. And I'm like, I wonder if I put these on and then put my winter gloves on. It works.
I gotta try that.
It works. The heat stays in the latex gloves.
Not only that, like now I'm thinking about, not only that, like the 2 materials rubbing together may cause friction also adds to the heat. So
there you go.
That's a good point because latex does cause a lot of friction.
And it helps cut the wind through too. The wind.
Wow.
Yeah. It worked.
I try that. Can't believe I hadn't thought of that.
That's a good point. If Sam has to play from behind, that's where they're going to be in some trouble. Although a couple times he hung in there this year. You had him on pumpkin watch all year.
Yeah, I mean,
it happened.
Like I like that game where they were down 30-14. He didn't fall apart then. I think he needed some kind of like thing to get him to like, this can happen. He might have been ready to give up, but that was it a punt return? Yeah, or a kick return. I think I forgot what it was.
Punt return. I forgot what it was too. I think it was a punt return, wasn't it?
Punt return. That kind of got him into we can, that got him back on track.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and I think the Rams kind of blew a lot of chances. There was a lot of times where they had the ball and they kind of just went 3 and out, which talks a lot about the Seahawks defense.
They did that against the Panthers in the wild card round.
That's true too.
They had a 3-score lead and they fell asleep at the wheel. And that's what worries me about the Rams. If the Rams do that again, Seattle will beat them.
Oh, yeah.
Seattle's not Carolina. And the Bears almost came back and did the same thing to them last week.
I know. I could not believe that. That's the one play of the playoffs. It's like, what are the chances that it had to be 99% plus that they would not complete that pass?
Dude, I jumped off the couch when Caleb Williams, he ran backwards, turned around and threw it up off his back foot. And I'm like, ball game.
That was a Hail Mary, but he was at the 40-something yard line.
Yeah. And he threw it off his back foot, and it was a dime to Cole Kmet.
I've never seen someone throw so accurate when you're...
The ball went up in the air. I was like, ball game. And then it cut, and Kmet's wide open. I'm like, holy shit.
I could not believe that.
I couldn't either. And they had all the momentum. And what was DJ Moore doing? He just gave up on that route.
I don't know.
I think he thought he was supposed to flatten out, and Caleb thought he was going to keep going, and he threw.
That's a great point. What Devontae Adams wasn't in that last game? Well, okay, that does make a difference.
That's true.
I remember. That's right. He was injured at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is pressure, and we'll see.
Wow. That's
what scares me about Sam. This is all on Sam Darnold. This whole game comes down to one guy, and it's Sam Darnold, because everything else is pretty equal except the quarterbacking.
That's true. Yeah. But no matter what happens, just us talking about that going forward, can't wait to see Caleb's rest of his career.
Oh my God.
In the NFL. And Drake May, all these. I love it when the whole crop of new quarterbacks kind of break through, and you're like, we're starting a new cycle.
Yeah,
it's like, sorry, Mahomes, you're on your way out. These guys are coming in.
God. Now we got the Herberts and Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, that's right. I was like, wow.
And maybe maybe Fernando.
Fernando. Yeah.
Now this was did you watch any of this?
Yeah, I watched it. I just automatically thought it was going to be a blowout, and I was like, when it was like, wait, this is a lot closer than I. It's like I couldn't believe that fourth down. Yeah, it was fourth down run. Oh my gosh!
That
holy cow!
He looked like Josh Allen.
Jeez,
that was crazy. To
the
call
Jets
a quarterback draw
5,
like ballsy. And he got hit how many times? He got crushed.
I couldn't believe how good the Hurricane played.
The Hurricanes defense, yeah.
Wow.
Their defensive line was so much like they were pushing that Indiana offensive line back. Those guys were on roller skates all night long. The second half started, Fernando went back 3 times, got sacked all 3 times. Jeez. Like they were on him like.
Yeah.
And I kept hearing John Facenda in my brain, because Fernando didn't look great. He looked a little discombobulated. I mean, they took away some of his weapons, and he was under siege the whole game. But I remember John Facenda when he was narrating one of those NFL films, Super Bowl films about the Steelers, and they were struggling. I think it was the game against the Rams. And he said, "Great teams aren't always great. They're only great when they have to be, but they're great when they have to be," or something like that. And that was when Fernando made that run. That's all I heard. He didn't play great. He wasn't great today, but he was great when he had to.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, Carson Beck I thought he looked good. But again, all 3 of their losses have ended the same way, and that's on an interception.
Yeah.
Final drive. They were in position to take that game. They could have won by a point, a single point.
Yep.
And he threw that pick. He threw it into double coverage and it was underthrown badly. But that said, Beck played a decent game, and I think he elevated his draft status.
I think so too.
Because I think he actually looked better than Fernando at times during that game.
Welcome to the Jets.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I actually think you're right. I was thinking that watching the game, I'm like, this guy's going to be a Jet next year. That poor kid. The other guy I was blown away with was this Mark Fletcher Jr. I haven't watched a lot of college football, so forgive my ignorance, folks. But
yeah, I haven't either.
This guy Fletcher reminds me of Derrick Henry. He's enormous and fast. And there was a play early in the second half. He broke 157 yards, and it looked so Derrick Henry like. How he just broke containment and gone. And he's a tank. And also this guy, Malachi Toney, quite a story with him too.
Yeah. Wow.
He's supposed to be a freshman he's supposed to be a senior in high school right now.
Jeez.
But he worked, he worked ahead, was able to graduate early.
Good for him.
Football for Miami. So he's really a high school kid playing D1 college football, and he's dominant. He's really good. And his father is Antonio Brown, but not the Antonio Brown from your Pittsburgh Steelers. It's an Antonio Brown who used to play wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I remember that guy.
That is crazy that this guy is just should be still in high school. Wow.
Yeah. And I watched Miami play Pitt earlier this year, the Pitt Panthers, and it was a close game for quarter and a half, and then this guy went nuts. Tony, he went absolutely nuts. And I was like, who is this guy? I don't know. I don't want a college guy. I don't want a college guy unless it's Signetti.
Hey,
Signetti's the next Belichick. Holy crap, that guy! The balls on him. And Ben Roethlisberger's in love with this Charlie Becker here from Indiana, wide receiver number 80. Made a few awesome back shoulder catches in the game. One on a 4th down and 5, another 4th down and 5, made a huge catch. But he's only a sophomore, I think. So I think according to Roethlisberger, he's got another year in college. But yeah, it was a great game. It was a nail biter. Totally not what I expected. I thought Indiana would win going away.
Yeah, me too.
But Miami proved I think Miami proved as the 10th ranked team, 13-2. They were a lower seed in the college football playoff. They proved that the 12-game tournament matters.
Yeah.
The 12-team tournament matters.
Yep.
Because if it was still 4, they don't get in. and they end up going to the championship game. So, yeah, it was a great game. And for somebody who's not a big college football guy, I was riveted. So
it's good. I'm going to keep just thought of this. I'm going to keep a fourth down tracker this weekend. Let's see how risky they'll get when it comes to championship games.
Did I text you? I have total fourth down fatigue.
Me too. Like it's become such a fad now just to go for fourth down.
And the Bears cost them the game.
Yeah.
They took
I could definitely see it happen a lot with the Seahawks and the Rams, but I'm not sure about the other game.
Less with Seattle, more with the Rams. But they get into this thing now, and I get it. You don't want to be trading field goals for touchdowns, and I get it. But
sometimes it's like you got to take
the points. Yeah.
Damn.
And you're looking at I think what was the Bears' success rate last week? 1 out of 5.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's like the percentages are dropping. When it was more of a surprise to people, the percentages, they were cashing in on it better. Now it seems like because they're going for it all the time, teams are now defending it better.
Yeah, Campbell started that whole thing, and the Lions did horrible on fourth down this year. But
yeah, that's
now it's starting to catch up, like you said. It's like I know I can't believe I forgot the Bears guy there. He loves it.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah. Because look where he came from.
Yeah, exactly. And it cost him the game.
It can backfire on you. So
they took at least 3, if not 6 points off the board last week. And they lost in overtime. So, come on, man. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. As it betrays fundamental football, and that drives me nuts. I just take the points. Bill Cowher was saying that last week or the week before. He's like, you got to take the points if they're there. You gotta. Don't take points off the board.
Yeah, high percentage field goal, you got to take it, especially early in the game. Early in the game, it's like, dude, you don't need to be doing this stuff.
How many times in the past, and you and I have talked about this for years ago, before this trend happened, where let's say they kick a field goal, right? But there's a penalty on the defense, and a coach, you have the chance to either keep the points or replay the down. And how many times were they don't take the points off the board?
Right.
Don't do it.
That's the thing.
Right. But now it's like it's just throw caution to the wind. I mean, it's just
obviously unless the penalty gives you a first down, but otherwise keep the points.
It's such a copycat league, and I'm so sick of
I know.
Sick of analytics. Go with your gut. You can almost feel based on momentum and how one team is performing over another, you're not getting this fourth down. You feel it. Even Tomlin started going for him all the time.
Yeah.
What are you doing, man?
I think he was giving more confidence to Rodgers being there.
And
especially, and I'm going to give a tip here. Not being a coach ever for pro. If you're going to do a fourth down play, do not pitch the ball back where the running back has to run 10 yards before he even gets to the line of scrimmage.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but that comes from years of frustration of watching this type of thing.
Oh my God, the handoff drives me
nuts. The quarterback sneak or something, just
or quick out or a slant, just something. You're right. Oh my God. Hey, but we had a hook and lateral last week.
Yeah,
that's your favorite thing, right?
We were hook and lateral. We're expecting that. That's happened a couple of times too. Yep. So that might happen with the Seahawks Rams game too.
On the Rams side, I don't think Seattle's too what's the word I'm looking for? Traditional in their
less taking chance. They don't want to take a lot of chances yet.
Not with that quarterback. No.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the better defense you have, the less that you want to do that.
Good point. You trust your defense. But I thought Mike Tomlin said they had a chance to be a historical defense this year. I think he meant hysterical defense.
Him out of everybody should not be doing fourth down if their whole stick is to have a great defense, because obviously you want the defense to be out there and do their thing.
They finished 26th overall in the league. They were running down all the numbers on the Steelers on the Pittsburgh radio yesterday. Oh my God. And it was funny because at the beginning of the year, Juan Thornhill, who ended up cut, comes over from the Chiefs, and he's like, "This is going to be a legendary defense.
Oh,
we're gonna make history here."
Yeah,
And
when the guy starts talking,
and then they go to Tomlin, and they're like, all your guys are saying, it's going to be a legendary defense. Now, as a coach, you would think he'd like stomp that fire out.
Yeah,
he poured gas on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make it now. Okay. Well, look who's not there anymore. I got my wish. We're starting over in Pittsburgh. That's all. I don't care if we win 3 games next year. We're starting over. Thank God.
It'd certainly be interesting to see, if I could get a glimpse 5 years from now, to see how things have changed. Time to get my future self back here.
5 years from now, I might be screaming and yelling, "God damn, Tomlin should have stayed."
That's a good point. You never know.
By the way, I
can't believe things are worse than when Tomlin was there.
I've gotten 4 texts in this hour from
really?
our company about the weather.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the weather's going to be bad. Thank you. They're like, the weather we might lose power.
It's almost like they're kind of like saying, we're going to screw up, but we're letting you know. we're going to like completely drop the ball on this one. And this is, I'm telling
we pay some of the highest rates in the country because they're supposed to be hardening our infrastructure. It's the same infrastructure. Like you sneeze and the power goes out.
Yeah.
So
the whole, I hate to say it.
He's left on top.
I probably don't know enough about this, and it probably goes state by state, but the whole country should be doing a hardening of everything.
I agree.
Infrastructure.
I agree. Put it underground. It's the best way to preserve power. If you run it underground, you got more of a shot of keeping the power on than flying everything. I know certain situations you have to fly it, but you got these wires on poles and trees everywhere. Like that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Especially, and then the wires get coated with an inch of ice, they're coming down. So or transformers are going to explode. Oh, well, what can you do? But Tomlin left on top. Let me just say this. Since he won Super Bowl 43 against Arizona with Bill Cowher's team and Bill Cowher's coaching staff, assistant coaches, he went 3-11 in the playoffs. And those 3 wins were against a Cincinnati team that imploded at the end. Remember, they took all those penalties and we got a cheap field goal after they ran up the tunnel with the ball. And 2 backup quarterback wins.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
So if Cincinnati doesn't implode, in Miami and Kansas City have their starting quarterbacks, he's 0-14 since Bill Cowher's guys left. It's crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. Well, as I was talking about, I was like, well, it's all politics, whether it happens or not. Like the people who decide this aren't going to just think about the common sense. Or
it's more corrupt here than that even. But
that's the problem.
We won't get into that. Like who's on
right.
Pure and who's approving these things.
Yeah, and the whole that whole environmental thing where they don't look at the environment; they're just like looking at their own personal
stock portfolio.
Or like just what the optics are, as opposed to what's good for now and the future. They just look at that. So.
Yep. Whoa. I just pulled up Adam Schefter because we always do that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Let me just.
What happened?
Let's see what we got here. We got Mike McDaniel pulled out of his meeting with the Bills.
Okay, well,
so he pulled out of Buffalo and Cleveland. Packers left tackle Rasheed Walker was arrested Friday morning at LaGuardia Airport after he tried to check a bag that contained a firearm.
What
a dope. And
it looks like McDaniel's going to be the Herbert guy.
Sam Darnold and his injured oblique are
good to go.
Yeah, they'll just shoot him up with some painkillers and have at it, Sam. So that's it.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. All right. This is it. We'll have next week's show. We'll have to figure something out. I actually have an idea. I'm going to text you and Bruce, see if you like the
Oh,
idea.
you have an idea? Okay.
I have an idea. And then, of course, we have the Super Bowl. And then pitchers and catchers will be reporting, baby.
Yeah. And I'll have to start thinking about what the draft's going to be like.
Yeah, in the draft.
I know
about
it's still months away.
during the snowstorm. Everybody who's trapped in the snowstorm, just think pitchers and catchers report in about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Think about that.
We're almost out of it.
I know the whole talk about it. It's like, oh, when I started watching him, like, oh, it doesn't seem like there's anything going on.
I have pulled muscles all the time, and you can either put icy hot on it or just get a shot, like as if that would prevent him from playing a playoff game. Come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. That is. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're going to be under siege, man. What are like
Jeez.
200, 300,000 people descending on your town? Ugh. 2 weeks of it too, because you get the whole with the Radio Row and all the media's. Oh, what a mess! What a mess. That sucks. Sorry, Glinzer. But thank you for. I mean, you're always up so early and sitting here and
You've been such an awesome addition to this.
Yeah. Still, you ever change your mind? You want to like be here? You let us know. We'd love to have you. All right, I guess that's it. Bruce, I hope you feel better, man. Maybe you need what Sam Darnold got for his oblique in your knee.
Yeah. Think about that. Call up the Seahawks guy.
Yeah.
Guy. See what he's doing. Maybe you could get some insider information.
Exactly. And for everybody in the storm path, please be safe. Please be warm. It's going to be nasty.
Yeah.
So that's it for me. What about you?
That's it for me.
All right.
Yeah, stay safe, and I hope the storm doesn't hit you bad, and hopefully see you on the other side, all ready to go again
for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 60. Can you believe that?
Jeez, yeah,
60. Hey, at least we're alive to see that many, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy. All right, we'll see you next week.
No, yes, the joyfulness is over. The joyfulness is over.
Thanks for watching GeekTime TV. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, make sure to check the little bell icon anytime someone from our network drops new content here. Want some GeekTime swag? Check out the merchandise available in the GeekTime TV store, linked in the channel description below. Share GeekTime TV with friends, and as always, thank you for your support. We'll see you soon.